Breaking news out of Atlanta. The Falcons just wrapped up day 2 of mandatory minicamp, and what happened today could change the course of their entire season. Big names missing, surprising standouts rising fast, and a mystery surrounding one of Atlanta's biggest stars has fans holding their breath. If you care about the Falcons' future, you need to hear this. Day 2 of the Atlanta Falcons mandatory minicamp is officially in the books. And there's a lot to unpack. From who showed up, who didn't, and who's turning heads, we're diving deep into everything you need to know about this crucial day of practice. Today's session was a bit lighter than usual, similar to yesterday's approach. The focus was more mental than physical, giving players time to learn, reset, and prepare without too much strain. Head coach Raheem Morris spoke before practice and dropped some serious insight about how the team is coming together. We'll break that down in a moment. But first, let's talk about who was actually on the field today and who wasn't. A tweet from Falcons reporter Tori McElhaney gave us a clear list, and some of the names missing are raising eyebrows. Here's who wasn't out there: Kadarrell Hodge, Kyle Pitts, Kevin King, Troy Anderson, Braylon Trice, Caleb McGarry, David Onyemata, and Morgan Fox. Most of those players are currently dealing with injuries and are in rehab, which makes sense this early in the offseason. The team is being smart, giving them time to recover, but one name stood out: Kyle Pitts. We still don't have a clear answer about why he wasn't there. No injury update, no personal absence, just silence. And that silence is loud. For a star like Pitts, his absence leaves fans with more questions than answers. Now, on the flip side, there were a few players who made big impressions today. And one of the biggest surprises? Divine Diablo. Yes, Diablo, the former Raider, is already making waves in Atlanta. Falcons insider Taryn Wack spoke to Raheem Morris about him, and Morris had some very interesting things to say. More on that shortly. Let me know when you're ready for the next section, and I'll keep building this story with energy, emotion, and drama, just like a passionate fan would. Also, here's your call to action to close this section. What do you think is going on with Kyle Pitts? Drop a comment right now. Are you feeling confident in this Falcons squad heading into the season? Rate your confidence 1 to 10, and let's see what the fan base really thinks. Let's talk more about Divine Diablo, because what we're hearing out of camp is huge. Tori McElhaney just dropped a major update on Twitter, and it's something every Falcons fan needs to hear. Head coach Raheem Morris said Diablo actually fits the Falcons' defensive scheme even better than they expected. Think about that. They already liked the guy when they brought him in, and now they believe he might be an even better fit than originally planned. That's not just good news, that's a game changer. Tori went even further. She said Diablo is in the mix to wear the green dot. Now, if you don't know what that means, let me break it down for you. The green dot is worn by the defensive player who calls the plays on the field. It's not just a communication tool, it's a sign of leadership. It means that player is the voice of the defense, the one the coaches trust most. And if Diablo is in that conversation, it tells us a lot. Coming into camp, many thought Divine Diablo would be a solid piece, maybe rotating in, maybe splitting time with Troy Anderson. But now he's being viewed as a potential centerpiece of this defense. And here's where it gets even better. Imagine this: an A-plus version of Divine Diablo paired with an A-plus Caden Ellis. And behind them, those hungry new edge rushers the Falcons picked up in the draft. That's a formula for a fast, explosive, and dangerous defense, something Atlanta fans haven't seen in a while. It's not just encouraging, it's exciting. And speaking of new additions, another name is starting to pop up: James Pierce Jr. According to Falcons insider Rise Up Reader, the Falcons fell in love with James Pierce during the draft process, not just for his talent, but for who he is as a person. That's the kind of guy you build a team around. Let me know when you're ready for the next section, and I'll keep the same emotional, high-energy storytelling going strong. If Divine Diablo becomes the play caller on defense, how do you feel about that move? Is he the right leader for the job? Drop your thoughts in the comments, and let us know who you think should wear the green dot this season. And now, Let's talk more about rookie edge rusher James Pierce Jr. What we're seeing from him, even early on, is exactly what the Falcons hoped for, and maybe even more. Head coach Raheem Morris said it himself. Everything Pierce has done since joining the team has confirmed what the Falcons believed on draft night. They got it right. In fact, James Pierce is already proving the doubters wrong. He's showing the haters, quietly, confidently, that he should have gone much earlier in the draft. The Falcons took him late in the first round, but based on how he's working, how he's learning, and how he's handling the pressure, he's looking like an absolute steal. Right now, he's not fully participating in all team drills. He's still working on the side with trainers, focusing on individual skills. But don't let that fool you. This isn't about injury. It's about intentional development. He's spending serious time with veterans like Leonard Floyd, soaking up knowledge. He's locked in with his position coaches, building a clear step-by-step plan to unleash his full potential. And that kind of focus this early in his career, that's rare. Falcons insider Torrey McElhaney echoed it perfectly in a tweet quoting Raheem Morris. When you're with him, intentional and direct, you get the best of him. That's the key right there. The Falcons aren't just hoping Pierce becomes great, they're pushing him to be great, and he's answering the call. No excuses, no hesitation, just pure work. And listen closely. As a pure pass-rushing specialist, James Pierce has the tools to become one of the best in the entire NFL. Mark it down now. He's coming. Meanwhile, it's not just Pierce or Diablo making noise. We're hearing good things, quiet but solid, about rookie quarterback Michael Penix Jr. He's not making headlines, and that might actually be a good thing. At today's goal line session, Penix looked sharp. He was locked in, communicating with his teammates, managing the field, and doing what a leader should do, taking control without making it all about him. He's been praising the talent around him, staying humble and focused on his development, exactly what you want from a young quarterback learning the ropes. No drama, no distractions, just growth. Let me know when you're ready to continue with the next section, and I'll keep the momentum rolling. James Pierce Jr. Future superstar or just hype? Let's hear it, Falcons fans. Drop your take in the comments. Do you think Pierce is the steal of the draft? And how are you feeling about Penix so far? Let's talk about this team's future, right now. And here's something that should make every Falcons fan smile. Michael Penix Jr. isn't just surviving camp. He's quietly thriving. You're not hearing about him missing throws. You're not seeing a bunch of footballs hitting the turf. What you are seeing is a young quarterback stepping up, staying composed, and acting like a true leader. That's huge. This wasn't a physical, full-contact day. It was more of a mental session, but those reps matter just as much. And during these quieter moments, Penix is doing exactly what the coaches want, absorbing the system, learning fast, and earning the respect of the team. Backup quarterback Emory Jones took most of the team reps again today, just like yesterday. That's not because Penix is falling behind, it's because the Falcons are playing it smart. They're taking no risks with their top draft pick. They know what's at stake. They're managing his workload carefully, protecting his health, and letting him grow at a controlled pace. And here's the part that really shows the team-first mindset in Atlanta right now. Kirk Cousins, the veteran, the $27.5 million man, has fully embraced his role as a mentor. He's not bitter. He's not distant. He's actively encouraging Penix every step of the way. That kind of support from a proven veteran? It's rare, and it tells you everything you need to know about this quarterback room. It's united, it's focused, and it's all in on building for the future. From Diablo to Pierce to Penix, we're seeing pieces starting to fall into place. The Falcons aren't just preparing for this season, they're building something bigger. All right, Falcons fans, time to sound off. Do you think Michael Penix Jr. is showing true leadership already? And how do you feel about Kirk Cousins stepping into a backup role with class? Rate your confidence in this Falcons QB situation from 1 to 10 in the comments, and let's see where the fan base stands right now.